This is the realm of your glory. This is the realm of your grace. I can feel your mighty power.
Can you just greet your neighbor and welcome in God's presence? It's not by chance that you are here. The Lord has a purpose. We had a good first service. Maybe some of you don't know, we have a service from 8 to 10. So we are here since 8. Hallelujah. So you have the choice. If some of you maybe have things to do, you can decide to come during the first, or the second, or the third, up to you. As we are landing, when it comes to this year, the Lord put in my heart to some message which is going to help us to think. Hallelujah. To think. And to adjust the things which need to be adjusted. And to fix what need to be fixed. Usually it's at the end of the year when you come during the night. We think, we decide, we decree, we speak, we declare. So today we're going, before to start to declare, we want to change certain things. Hallelujah. Last year I remember when we were at our night of prayer, we said this year we're going to sing in. Remember, it was a good slogan for some of us here, but you didn't do anything about it this year. We said that this year we're going to go wherever the Lord will call us, we're going to do whatever He asks us to do. Because when God wants to change the life of somebody, He sends His word. But the way you respond to the word of God will determine what you're going to become. Some of us here will receive some word from God, but what did you do with the word of God which came to your life? Every word is a season, is for a purpose. Hallelujah. When you act upon it, as Peter acted upon the word of God, he had an experience of walking on the water. But if till now you're still in your boat, you couldn't get out and do something, I'm telling you, as we are finishing the year, you're still in the boat. There is no testimony. Because of what? You want things to change, but you don't want to act. You don't want to do your part. The problem of the church today, we hear too much. We listen to too many messages, but we don't do what we listen. That's why our life is not changing. We're expecting a miracle every day after every day, but we are not doing our part. Hallelujah. So we're going to use this time and we're going to spend 1 month just thinking, evaluating what we have done and what needs to be adjusted. Because if you don't adjust things, next year will be the same. At the end of the year, you will think yourself, but God, I asked you this, I asked you this, you didn't do this, God, I'm tired. And God is telling you, I told you this, I told you this, you didn't do it. You asked, but I told you. I listened to your prayer, but when I answered your prayer, I answered as a word. I gave you a word, but you didn't take it. You say, God, I heard what you said, but I want you to visit me as I want. No, God speaks. When you act upon it, things happen. But when you don't act, same things. Hallelujah. We are waiting. You have to receive declaration. Say, no, the pastor when he declared my life doesn't happen. The promise of the pastor is you. You even God himself when he declared things not happen. Because of what? You don't do anything with what God gave you as a word. God gave Canaan to the people of Israel, but only 2 people among that generation get in. Why? Those who received the word didn't act on it. Didn't act on it. The Lord spoke to us a lot during this year, but what we do? When God speaks into your life, because you were made with the word of God. You see, when God wants to give like a form, a shape to your life, He speaks. God works by speaking. He speaks. When you say amen, you act upon it, then your life takes. The form and the shape that God wants. But you can speak to you, put it aside. You say, I'm going to walk my walk. That's why nothing is happening because of what God is in His world. Hallelujah. We're going to open our Bible in the book of Genesis 8:22. And then we're going to read in Psalm 1-6, verse 5-6. And then we read in the book of Ecclesiastes 3, from 1. I'm reading in the name of Jesus. Genesis 8:20. While the earth remains, seeds, time, and harvests, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night will not cease. Son, those who sow in tears will reap in joy. He who goes out weeping, carrying seeds for sowing, will certainly come again with joy, carrying his sheaves from his harvest. Ecclesiastes. There is a season for everything, and a time for everything under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot what was planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up searching. A time to keep and a time to discard. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. As long as we're going to be under this earth, the law of sowing and reaping will remain. Hallelujah. You're going to reap what you have sown. There is a law in physics that says the same cause produces the same effect. Hallelujah. If you don't like the effect, you need to change the cause. If you don't like your harvest, you need to change the seeds. If you didn't like what happened this year, you need to change what you have done this year, because what you do is the seed of your tomorrow. Sometimes, the more you get older, you become a bit philosophical. You think about the year when you were younger. When you start getting old, your body gives you sometimes a wake-up call. I don't know if you have some daddy, you have a boy who is 2 years old or 3 years old. Try just to run after him during the whole day. In the night, you're going to be dead. Hallelujah. If they ask you to do whatever your son or child is doing, in the night you're going to be just dead because you don't have enough energy. It's a wake-up call that you are getting old. Hallelujah. You are getting old. And then you ask yourself, when you get old, you say, oh, if I was able to go back in the past, I would fix so many things. Maybe you're going to study more and watching TV less. Maybe you won't leave that university. Maybe you're going to change friends. Maybe you won't have that boyfriend. Remember that boyfriend who disturbed your life? Maybe you won't leave that job. Because the boss spoke to me anyhow. I said, I'm leaving that job. Mistake. See, if I wish I was able to go back in time, I would change so many things. Some here, even they say, maybe if I had the opportunity to go back, I would change the aspect. I wouldn't say no, yes to that one. I'm not speaking about you, I speak about somebody else. But you know what is happening in your heart. If I could do it. But the problem is, we can't do that. The past happened and it's there. You cannot change it. Whether you like it or not, the past is there. You can't do anything about it. It's up. But I have good news for you. You can go in the future. Hallelujah. I'm telling you, you can travel maybe 10 years from now. You can travel maybe 5 years from now. You can travel maybe 2 days or 1 year from now. You know how? By just watching what you are doing now. Let me give you an example. If you see somebody crossing the highway, many times, just cross the highway, he come back, he cross. What is the prophecy over his life? Can you prophesy? What will happen? He's going to die. How? Are they prophets? No. You watch just what he's doing, speak about his future. Somebody can just see what you are doing now and is going to prophesy over your life. Why? Because what you are doing now is the seed of tomorrow. Your action of today are the prophet of your life tomorrow. So, if you don't like what you're going to become in 10 days, change what you are doing now. Future doesn't just happen. It's happen. It's produced by what you are doing now. You can change your future. You can't do anything about your past, but you can change your tomorrow if you want to do it. Hallelujah. I like people, you know, sometimes in life you have time to think. Just take time to think. Project yourself. So what I'm doing now, if in what next year, what I'm going to do? What is your plan for tomorrow? It's good to go in the past, in the future, and then we can come back and say, hey, last year I did the same thing. I was waking up at the same time. I was doing the same thing. I don't know what I am at the end of the year. So change what you did last year. Simple. I said just change. Change the seed. You can change the harvest. We want to change the harvest just when the harvest is done. No, the time to change the harvest is the time of sowing. That's why he said, as long as we are under this earth, under heaven, we're going to have the law of sowing and reaping. You need to understand the law of sowing and reaping. Hallelujah. You know, I was studying even the nature. The nature is a cycle. You know, as long as we are under this earth, we're going to get. We are born, we are getting old. Hallelujah. There will be a time we won't be able to walk. I don't know if some of us will think about that. You won't be able to make money anymore at a certain age. You know that? What are you doing about it? Some of us, the society which are normal, people invest for the time that they aren't here before, isn't it? And do you do anything about it? You want to count on your kids. Look just the way you take care of your parents. You want also your kids to take care of you like that. How do you think about it? There will be a season you won't be able to walk anymore. You know, as a pastor, we have the opportunity to speak with people of every age. And sometimes I speak with people who are 70 or more. Oh, you see, I was supposed to have, to put money aside for myself. Because now I can't make money anymore. It's another season. You need to understand the season so that you know how to manage them. Because if you don't have understanding of season, I'm telling you, the time where people are sowing, you're going to rest. And when the time of harvest comes, you can't harvest because you didn't do anything about it. Hallelujah. There's a time, there's a season when you start supposed to do something. Hallelujah. He said there is a seed time. See, there's a time where you have to invest. There's a time when you need to put the seeds under the ground. The sowing part is painful because the Bible says the one who sows with tears will reap with joy. Hallelujah. You can't remove the pain from the sowing time. Hallelujah. Can you imagine the time of studying you are going out? Okay. You go out, you enjoy long street, you enjoy. Now it's the time for exam. Hallelujah. And then the results come. But you, when you are going out, your friends stay at home studying what it has been. When the time of harvesting will come, it's going to sing, but you're going to cry. Why? Because the time of sowing, you were playing. When you have the ability to do something, you have to do something. It's painful, but you have
it's like you are putting water on the ground. But if you didn't sow anything, even if you put water, nothing will come. Hallelujah. When it's time to walk, there is an advice that you say, walk like everything depends on you. When it comes to pray, pray like everything depends on God. Hallelujah. But when you are walking, you need to do like it depends. You are putting a seed under the ground. Hallelujah. You sow with pain. You don't sow anyhow, because what? The seed will determine the harvest. Don't sleep during the time of sowing. Hallelujah. Young person, don't sleep. There is a time your body will sleep without asking you. There's a time when you are old, you feel like sleeping. Hallelujah. But now don't make your body sleep. It's time of sowing. It's time of sowing. Give energy. How are you using your energy? It's a seed. You need to invest it for your future. Hallelujah. So, and the Bible said the one who sow abundantly will also reap abundantly. It's not when we are sowing, not so just in one direction, sow every way, because you don't know what will work. Hallelujah. I don't know why people do just one thing in life. Do many things, because you don't know what will work. Hallelujah. Every day you need to wake up with ideas. God, I want to try this. I will try this. I will try this. Just you are sowing in life. You are sowing in life because you don't know what will work. Hallelujah. Don't be just stuck on one thing. Just be busy sowing and accept the pain and the sacrifice. 1 Corinthians 9:25-27. He said, all people who do athletic make their own body parties. They want to make their body do what they want to them. So they hold themselves in all things. They do this so that they will win a reward. But the reward continues for a short time only. 26. So I run in straight line to the end of the race. Also I fight like someone who eats well. I do not eat the air. I rule my own body strongly and make it my slave. I have taught other people about how to run the race, and I myself also want to win the reward from God. Hallelujah. When you are, when you go like to a race, you want to run, okay? Like Usain Bolt, I don't know, they run for 9 seconds. But they can train for 1 year just to run 1 second, 10 seconds or 9 seconds. But 1 year for 9 seconds. Hallelujah. Just 9 seconds. But it trained 1 year. Normally, the time of sowing is like an iceberg. Is what is under the water. It has to be much bigger than what you see. We have a generation who want to have big things on the surface, but nothing under. It doesn't work like that. Hallelujah. It doesn't work like that. Somebody who expects something great, we need to see what is doing great now. You can predict the future of somebody by seeing the price that is paying now for what he sees. Some people, they don't have vision, they have dreams, they just speak. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be this. Because when we open our eyes, we don't see anything that you are doing to become that person. The church today is a very generation of micro. We're just doing things like this. Hallelujah. We have to become just like, we don't become great in one day. It takes time. It takes time. Success takes time. Hallelujah. Amen. Even a baby, a man gives a seed to a woman, it takes 9 months to have a baby. How will you want to have a success in one day? Even Jesus, he saw his life at the cross. He spent 3 days under the ground and then he rose from the dead. But why do you want things just like this? It takes time. It's a process. It's a process. Accept to pay the price of the vision. It's not easy. Some people here, they dream to be like, the boss of their own company. You never be the boss in your life. If you are working for somebody, it's cool, it's easy. You just wake up because you work. Sometimes you don't even work. You just chatting, you are on internet. You steal the time of somebody else. But the owner of the company, I'm telling you, he has more stress than you. He wake up sometime earlier than you. He deals with things that you can't imagine. Because of what? The more great you want to become, the more you have to pay the price. I promise. You won't become just a leader of a company like this. You need to pay a price higher than your workers. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I want us to change. Your future, the seed is now. What are you sowing in your life? You want to become just like this? You need to do something now. I'm speaking to somebody in this place. Hallelujah. I'm speaking to somebody. In order for Jesus to have the glory and to go to the cross, there is always a cross. There is always the cross. Nothing easy. There is always a cross. Why? Because there is a period of transformation. While you are doing your best to become, God is changing you. You know, the example that they used to give is people who win the lotto. Most of them, they become poor again. You know that? Because of what? They never work to have million. They have a million in one day. What do you think they're going to buy? Comes there, a house comes there. You don't understand the price of the rate there. You buy a Ferrari, you don't know the price to go to the mechanic. Or you buy the nice glove. You don't know how to sustain that money. You're going to lose it. Why? Because the money is too higher than you. But when God takes you to a process, it makes you able to make money. You can lose it, but your ability to produce is there. Why? You went to a process. Hallelujah. One day I saw a young man coming to me. I was praying for people and the power of God was moving. And he came to me and said, Pastor, I want that anointing. I said, hey, no, I won't pray for that. It's easy like this. No. Even Elisha refused. He said, if you see me going, then I'm going to give you. Hey, not like this. As I'm going to pray for you so that you can go to the same way, the same path. Because of what the path transforms you. If you have a business, you leave it to your child, you didn't try it, he's going to lose all your money. That's why you see in another country, wealth comes from generation to generation. Why? The dad prepared his child. He introduced him to the same thing so that he becomes somebody else who is able to produce, to maintain, to take to another level. God uses the same principle. When you want to take you somewhere, it's going to change you. How? He hides you. A baby is eaten in the womb for 9 months before to be presented. Before Elijah to be presented, he spent years, and then Elijah appeared. He spoke to the rain, said, "Don't come down." How you have this power? I was hidden in God's presence. He was busy working on me. Accept, allow God to work on you. Many people don't know you. Don't present yourself too early. Don't be so quick to come. Don't destroy the process. God knows what He's doing. The goal of God is not just to give you, but He wants to give you to maintain you and to increase you. That's why it takes time to transform you. It takes time. Accept the process. Don't be like Abraham who produced Ishmael because the process took long. Hallelujah. There's a time and a season. Accept to cry. But when you are crying, you need to sow. Don't just cry. Oh God, oh God, it's painful. Oh God, what are you saying? I'm sorry, God. Because of what? I know that God is a God of season. If there is a season of crying, there will be a season of singing. But in order for me to sing, I need to sow, even if I'm crying. Oh God, it's painful. Oh God. But why? I know the season will come. When the season of orange arrives in a city, you can be a farmer, but if you didn't sow, you won't reap anything. It can be your season, but if you didn't do in the difficult time, nothing will happen in your life. Somebody can pray for you, decree things on you, but because you don't sow anything, doesn't want to do anything. It's like 0, you multiply 0 by infinite. How much you have? Absorb. You take 1, you multiply by infinite. You have what? Infinite, you don't multiply it by 2, by 3. You take 0 in the end of every God. Say, hey, there's a principle on this earth. I want to multiply. The power of multiplication is there, but there is nothing to multiply. Even Jesus, to perform a miracle, he asked fish and bread. Say, I want to multiply, but I need something. I'm just something in my hands. I need something in my hands. Put something in my hands. I want to multiply. The power is there. If I have nothing, I cannot do anything. Amen. Hallelujah. Even if it's 1, but sow some. Don't just cry. Oh God, I'm crying. No, you don't sow your tears. You don't sow your tears. You have to sow something else. When you put it on the ground, don't allow pain. It's like you, my friend. winter to go to work during winter. It's not nice. So you're crying, you say, bro. But you are going with this. Because if you don't go at the end of the month, there is nothing. You see what? The winds, the season doesn't stop you from doing what you have to do. Because of what? There is a law. Don't allow that situation to make you stop from sowing in the things of God. To do what you have to do. Because you understand that what you do, I want you to understand, what you do is the seed of tomorrow. Be careful. What you do is the prophet of your tomorrow. Be careful. But there will be an harvesting time. Hallelujah. I like that. You know, I remember one prophet used to say, you know, me, I didn't experiment suffering just by reading the Bible. You know, I experiment suffering in my own life, in my body. You say, I don't want to experiment, you know, blessing by reading the Bible. I want the blessing to become real also in my life. Hallelujah. My friend, you went to maybe winter in your life. Summer is coming. Summer is coming. Because God is the master of the season. He's coming. Hallelujah. But you need to do something during this time. Do something about it. Sometimes Christians, they believe like when they are blessed, God made a mistake. And they are scared. You know, I saw many Christians. They were blessed and they say, hey, maybe God, you know, it's like somebody you just by chance, you find out that they put 1 million in your account. And you are not sure that it's going to stay there for, it's a mistake of the bank. Those who are honest, they report. You, I don't know. Maybe we're going to spend the whole day shopping. Say, it's an angel who visits. But if it's an angel who visits you, it means the money will stay there. Why are you so quick to spend it? Because maybe it won't last longer. That's why Christians are. When they say a blessing from God, they say, God made a mistake. Let me enjoy it just because something was to come. No, there's a season for pain, but there's also a season for joy. Hallelujah. Amen. I want people to change the way they think about God. God is not just there trying to make us suffer. The time of Israel to spend in Canaan was more, in the pain of God, was more longer than the desert. I remember one of my friend in pain of God, a lady, gave to him something, and when he went to his church, he was testifying. He said, that lady puts a smile on my face that I can't even recover. I'm just smiling. I said, I think about just smile. I don't know if you've ever been blessed and you don't even force, you just smile. Say, oh God, I don't recover from this blessing. Oh, it was so good. Hallelujah. When you think about God, you smile. When I see your face, it's like you didn't experience that thing days. Say, Pastor, are you speaking about the Bible or something else? Yes, there is a time when God took so good to you. You started to sing. Because he said, the time of harvest, you're going to sing. Just sing. Say, oh God, I didn't force anything. Oh, the husband that I have, oh, he's so wonderful. Every time you look at your husband and say, oh God, you are so good. Hallelujah. And if he's an husband, it means 40 years just of laughing. Oh God, thank you. What a wonderful person. Because a gift from God. Hey, somebody say, mine. I don't know. It's a time of crying, but it's a time when God, He changes things. And He visits you, you forget about the time of crying. Yeah, no, there's a season of harvest. If you experiment the season of sowing with Christ and God, I believe that there is a season of harvesting with joy. Because God will never forget what you have done. God will never forget what you have done. If He established a season of sowing, He established also a season of harvest. In the season of harvest, you reap without effort, like before. I don't know if you ever experienced that. You say, I don't pray like before. I don't fast like before, but I'm operating in power at another level. God said, no, it's not what you're doing now, it's what you did 10 years ago. You understand? Hallelujah. But if you want another level, you need to sow again. Hallelujah. There are times you suffer, and then you get a time where God just starts to visit you. He put a smile. I prayed for somebody here. May God put a smile on your face. A smile that you want to recover from. You just start to laugh. When people say, let's ask Lamentate before God, I say, I cannot. I cannot Lamentate. The Lord has done so many things for me. I cannot associate to you. Me, I want just to praise him because God is so good. Amen. There is a season of harvest, but you have to sow in the time of sowing. Hallelujah. God is the master of the season. I like to know that. He can change the season for you. He can change things for you. He can change things for you. I pray that God may give to us people like the son of Isaac. They knew the time and they knew what to do during the time. You know, you need to understand how to manage the season. You know, I pray that may God give us understanding. You know, when it comes to business, they say a business has to be dynamic. You cannot do the same things in the same way because the market changes. Hallelujah. In the things of God also, the seasons are not the same. You cannot do the same thing in the same way. You know, I was saying in the first service that I'm praying in my heart, actually, I'm praying a lot for the ladies of the church. You know, I was traveling, and when we had the transit in Addis Ababa, I found out that they write it different in Ababa. They don't write as I grew up knowing it. And I saw there are too many ladies going to do business in Dubai, in China. I said, oh, you know, back home, the job is quite difficult. But the good thing is, so many women, they adapt, they become businesswomen. When things are difficult, it's not that God closed heaven, God just changed the season. You need to adapt. Hallelujah. I saw that in certain countries like this one, maybe the job is difficult, but you need to adapt. Maybe we have to start to do business. Am I talking to somebody? Am I doing somebody? I want to tell you, when it comes to the couple, you know, you are one person. When you are sowing, you need to sow together. When you are crying, you need to cry together. Don't allow one person to be sowing and another one is reaping. No, you sow together and you reap together. Hey. If not, you have to start to have like tension at home. Because one is just coming, you know, you stress out, you just go. And it's just, you know, because of what you know the pain of what you went through during the day, but the other doesn't know what you have been to. Be together. Hallelujah. I pray that my God give you idea so that you can know how to sow. Hallelujah. I pray that God may open your eyes so that you can start to sow also. Hallelujah. In this world where more women than men is mean, if God wants to bless the world, He to bless, put money into your hands, mama. Make God open your eyes. Don't allow your men to walk alone. It's too difficult to get on, especially in this time. You need to be true. Can I have an amen? Amen. Can I have an amen? Amen. I pray that God may open the idea. All of us, we are not called to go to have a job somewhere. We can create jobs. Amen. I'm praying for you now. When the idea will start to come, do it. Don't neglect it. Hallelujah. Amen. When you neglect your future. Because the seed of tomorrow is what God puts today. But you need to act upon it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Now, hallelujah from the lady. Hallelujah. Amen. A good one, a good one. Amen. Okay, yeah. You know, I wanted to be sure that you still love me. Yes, because I really pray for that. You know, a normal pastor pray a lot for ladies because when God bless the lady, the church feel it. Amen. You know, when God bless the men, you know, the men they think too much. But ladies, when God bless them, I'm telling you, the way I'm telling you, even Jesus knew what ladies are about. Don't neglect your idea. God counts on ladies when it comes to His work. I know that. I know that. Hallelujah. Amen. Man, I didn't forget about you. So let's move. God is the master of the season. I repeat again. You can't do anything about the past. You can't do anything. Stop living in your past. Stop living in your past. Nostalgia. You know, remember the past? In 1945. Some people, they think that the best was in the past. In that time, it's in there. You know, in that time. What was in that time? Michael Jackson. 1980. Now there is no music anymore because they think the best is in the past. When I was, you live in the past. You cannot drive your car, you just watch through the mirror. You need to wait for an accident. What's wrong with you? You live in the past. The past is past. Even if it was glorious or bad, it's just past. You are living the past. When I was in the house of my father, our kitchen. Woo! Big kitchen. It's the kitchen of your mom, not your kitchen. You know, if you get married to a lady who lives in the house of your father, but physically she's in your house, you have a problem. Because what will happen? She's going to start to compare. She compared the time of harvest of his dad and the time of sowing of his husband. His husband just starts. You don't know what it's going to become. Give him time. Hallelujah. Give him time. If you start from a bedroom, it's just one bedroom. That's your kitchen. That's your living room. It's okay. It's just a start. Stop living in the past. You want to enjoy the present. You want to enjoy the present. You know, you can have romantics in any time. I promise you, the couples is fun. There are people with a big house, but they don't have fun. But you can have fun in a small, if you are just, see, it's just a step. We are sewing it together. But you know that it's a time of reaping. It's a time of reaping. Your daddy didn't start like this. It's been me too, I'm just starting. Things will happen. Stop living in the past. Take the bus in the house of my father. We have 4-car driver. It's your driver. You're going to take the sheep. Hallelujah. Sheep. You pay just the monthly and you can use it as much as you want. As much as you want. Hallelujah. Yes. Stop living in the past. You won't enjoy because you want to start to compare. Yeah, you want to compare. Hallelujah. You want to compare and to compare. It's I grew up in the house where men didn't do anything when it comes to the things at home because of the culture. Us at home, you know, meals. If I come back in the house of my dad, if I come back home, I need to eat. My mom stands. She serves me. When I'm eating, she comes to eat with me. She had to talk to me. Amen. I never wash the glove, dishes, never. And then I got married. It wasn't a nice gift from my wife. So it's been, she had a job, I had a job. We went to work, we come back, you know, God blessed us. We didn't have electricity for 4 months. What a blessing. 4 months without electricity. Oh, by the grace of God. And then, you know, me, naturally, when I come back home, I want to sit and to relax. She has to cook, to light up the charcoal. And then she cook, and then she give me, you know, we start to spend time like that. It was the beginning of marriage. I started to lose my wife. Because she was sewing alone. Me, I was just ready to harvest. Until I need to adjust, my friend. I know how to light up also the plastic. I start to go there with her, I light it up, she cook, we talk, it becomes romantic because we're like candle. There's no electricity, you're just candle. You know, what was painful changed. Why? Because I adapt the season. Sometimes you have trouble where you don't know how to adapt in a season. Maybe your partner feel like he's alone, he's suffering alone. Your presence just will help him to feel like, you know, we're going to go through this. We're going to go through this. Why? I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Hallelujah. I hope that I spoke for somebody in this place. I hope that I spoke for somebody in this place. Hallelujah. The past is past. Don't be like the wife of Lot. They had to go out from Sodom and Gomorrah, but see, don't look back. You start to look back. And then She become a status. Some people in this place, you see them walking, but they are status, they are frozen. They are not able to do anything. Why? They think too much about the past. I know those experiences. You think too much about the past, you are not able to do anything in the time now. What else? My old job, my previous job. When I was at home, I couldn't do this. Hey, you are not at home anymore. You are here. You are here. Hallelujah. When I was with my dad, you are not with your dad anymore. You are with your husband. You are with your wife. Hallelujah. You need to adjust. You need to adjust. You cannot change it anymore, but you can work on it. Work on it. Work on it. Stop living in the past. Some, they live in the past. They regret some mistakes that they have done. I wish I finished my study. Oh, I don't ever got a good job because I didn't finish. Oh, I wish I did English. I wish I did maybe computer science, but I choose economic. I choose law. But law here doesn't work. Oh, I wish. And then you don't do anything now. I wish I did study like everybody. I want to tell you something. You're still alive. As long as you are alive, they say, oh, you can decide to improve your skill. Go back to school. Hey, I'm telling you, go back. Because what? We don't know how many years are left. Maybe for some of us it's 10 years, somebody's 5, but for you maybe it's 60, you still have time. 60 is a lifetime. So you can go back, you say, I didn't do computer, I can start to study maybe school. I studied computer, some course. You can improve your life, but stop living in the past. You can change things by changing what you are sowing now. Hallelujah. Now, take some goals. Don't say your life is not finished until you say it's finished. But some of us will live like we are dead, and you're still alive. Abraham started to make it when people finish to make it. We're just starting. Say, I'm starting. I'm starting. Like my old man, I'm not the old man inside now. God gave me my strength. Anywhere to see. Because he had Isaac and other kids. Why? He was new inside. I pray that God may heal you. I pray that your life may not be the age. I pray that your life inside be, you may be younger than your age. Hallelujah. Your age is not determined by your body, but it's determined by the way God renews inside. I'm telling you, I'm going to be strong until certain age. I'm telling you. Amen. Some of us, they start a bit late, so I need to do things a bit longer. Hallelujah. When people retire, me, I won't retire. Because I'm still strong. I will still strong. When you pray, don't pray just to your age. No, I'm old now. It's not about the age. Amen. I'm still young. I promise I'm young. I'm still many years ahead of me. I don't trust. Don't ever old. That's your opinion. Me inside, I'm still young. Because what makes somebody young is the dream. You still believe in the future. You still have vision. You still have ambition. You still have things that you want to do. Some of us here, they are young in the body, but all inside, they don't believe in life anymore. Stop forgetting. Why did he get married with his husband? I'm telling you, there is no perfect husband. There is no perfect wife. That's what I found out in life. There is no perfect marriage. The marriage is what two persons decide to make out of it. That's all. You know, my husband is not maybe big enough. Give him food so he can't eat. Hallelujah. You know, I was back home with one of my friends. He got married. His wife wanted a man with. I was against him. But this man, he gave him, he the thing that he was supposed to do when he was kids, his wife gave him to him. Porridge. It's porridge. He forced him to go to exercise. Now, hey, wow. Good job, man. You had a vision. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Try to walk out. Don't envy others. Sometimes you envy people because you are not with them. I'm telling you, you see just outside. You don't know what is happening there. You need to make the best out of what you have. Hallelujah. Make the best out of this. Don't live with wounds of the past. That boy, he hurt me. It was the first man of my life. And what it did to me. I won't get married anymore. I was hurt. So it was the first, but you can never second. Hallelujah.
Amen.
It's not because it was the first that is the last. It was the first, it didn't work. But now, wipe your tears, pray God will give you a second and a good one. Why you just and this what? Because when you're going to see after 10 years, what is going to become? You're going to say, I bless God because you broke up. God knows how to use time and event to make things good for us. Hallelujah. Don't say in the past. You hate people. They did it to me. Listen, some of us, we live in the past. How? Because we take the past beneath the present. You think about it. They fixed it to hurt you 10 years ago, but you see me. It's like you have a wound, and every morning you open it. After 10 years, you save the wound. No, it's the past. It's past. It's good or bad, but it's past. Don't make it present by taking it to the present. Leave it in the past. Jesus take care of our past. Hallelujah. As we are taking care of our future, how? We change things that we are doing now. We change. Hallelujah. Forgive people and move forward. Paul said in Philippians 12 to 14. Note that I have already attained this. That is, I have not already been perfect, but I strive to lay hold of that for which Christ Jesus also laid hold of me. Brother and sister, I do not consider myself to have attained this, and instead I'm single-minded, forgetting the things that are behind and reaching out for the things that I hate. With this goal in mind, I strive toward the prize of the upright call of God in Christ, in Jesus Christ. It's past, it's past. It's past, it's past. You know, me, I believe in the forgiveness of God and people can't imagine. If I ask for forgiveness, I believe that God forgives me and God forgets. If you come with that thing, no, you didn't say, me, no. Why? Because God forgives and forgets. Why are you living with that guilt? It's happened, it's happened. God said when you fall, stand up, continue the rest. Even God said, hey, stand up. Say, oh, God, I want you so much. Stand up. You know what's this? Hey, stand up. Life, you still have life before you. You can be on the race, you fall. But if the race is a long race, you can still stand up and win the race. Hey. And Christianity is not a sprint, it's long. So when you fall, stand up, you know. Stand up and keep on running. Keep on running. Keep on running. It's not finished. Not just, a stop. You stop, but continue. Life is still ahead of you. Stop living in the past. Your life is not finished. It's not finished. Let me land. So, as I say, you are able to travel in the future and come back here and change. What do you have to change? If you quit on doing the things that you are doing now, what's going to become in 1 year? In 10 years? Ronaldo retire, he can retire at the age of 30. Hallelujah. But you are watching TV, playing around. Hallelujah. Jesus saved the world, was at 33. And he died, finished. So, because we're focused, you are playing around, you think that you still have time. Project yourself in the future. In any area, you dream to operate in the supernatural power. Look the life, check the life of people who are operating in power. Don't envy the harvest of somebody. You need to envy the seed. Check how they pay the price. Check how they pay the price. You don't become successful just by chance. You need to work out for it. You can't become the best by chance. You need to work for it. Hallelujah. You need to work for it. When we got saved, the preacher destroyed the life of many Christians. Because they were preaching about the coming of Christ without balance. I don't know if you remember that phrase. Most of the people stopped going to study. But Jesus still coming. And what's happened? After 20 years, you stop doing everything, you reap something better, isn't it? Hallelujah. That's why I want you to have the balance. To have the balance. You are waiting for the coming of the Lord, but on this earth, we do what we can to improve our life. We do what we can to improve our life. Hallelujah. We do what we can to improve our life. So project yourself in a few years. What do you want to become? You know, I went to the small thing, you know, because it's like when you get, mature, it's like you start to think about many things. A man of God passed away. He was a very good preacher, yet anointed. But you can go as far as your body can take you. When your body dies, you die with your anointing. I'm speaking to spiritual people here. Like one of my friends, he fasts like somebody who is crazy. I said to him, you're going to have a new cell. Now he's starting already to manifest those symptoms. I said, you're going to die. You're going to die. The body is the temple. I didn't say the spirit. The body is the temple. You need to take care of the body. Hallelujah. So, he used to eat a lot, anyhow, and then he had a problem of obesity, and then he had a stroke, and he passed. My brother was, in those times, was getting too much weight. He said it was a wake-up call for me. I said, now if you go in the house of my brother, he has like a gymming place in his heart. He said, I need to take care of this body, because if the body stops, I stop. He started to exercise. I don't know, those who start to be 40, 35, you see, your body is not the same, eh? It's not the same. So one day you just lift up something and say, no, I'm telling you, it's a wake-up call. Friend, it's when you are younger, your body takes care of itself naturally. When you get older, you need to exercise. You know, Western people, they live longer than us. They exercise more. When you go to the gym, you see more than. Am I lying? I'm not lying. Why? You need this body to go a certain place. I don't want to allow my body to stop me from reaching my destiny. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. To preach this service, it's not easy. I start to gym. Hey, because I don't want to die here by preaching the gospel. The church will continue, but me, I'll be dead. So what I go to gym for the heart. Hallelujah. Am I talking to somebody here? So you think about it now. You think about it now. You say, I don't want to become that person in 20 years. Change things now. I want to speak to mom. Change the way you cook for your husband. It's not young anymore. So remove some salts, remove some sugar. Am I talking to somebody here? I'm very serious about this. Change things. Why? Because of tomorrow. Project yourself. At your age, you're eating KFC. How can you do that to yourself? McDonald's. How can you do that? Coke. Hallelujah. You're killing yourself. It's gone there, Coke, Fanta. At this age, you're giving those things. You are the wife who's killing the husband. I'm telling you, let me just. So, the thing is what? You don't like the job that you have. You can improve your skill. Please. Decide. Say, okay, I'm going to have some course. Improve. Why? Because when you project yourself, say, I want to do this in life, but I lack this. Go to get it. Do things that you're going to live on this earth until 100 years. Hallelujah. Because you don't know when you're going to die. So do what you can to change your life. You don't like the house where you live, but if you don't want to change things, in 10 years, you're going to be in that room. I'm telling you, things won't change by themselves. You need to do something. Hallelujah. But what are you going to do now? Change your life by changing the seeds. Change the friends. Change friends who challenge you. will push you to move forward. Hallelujah. Check your marriage. The way you are living with your spouse, if you keep on doing that, you're going to destroy your marriage. Some of people here, the way they are living, they are destroying their marriage. They don't take it. The other person is complaining, you know, I'm suffering. I'm not doing it. But you don't care. Keep on doing that. Somebody else will care about her needs or his needs. And the person will start to die inside, but it's in the marriage. You are destroying your marriage yourself. I spoke with a couple. The lady was saying to me, no, you don't listen to me, and the Christ to me. I said, hey, you don't listen. I said to you, she's talking there, she's talking. Listen to your wife. If she complains, make yourself to be happy at home. Amen. Personally, I don't like to have a woman who's complaining. If your wife is not happy, how are you going to live in that house? Can I have a witness here? Can you imagine a house your wife is not happy? You can't live there. So, man, if you don't listen, you're destroying your marriage. Mom, listen to your husband. If you don't listen, you don't want to change. It's been project your marriage in 10 years. You won't have a marriage anymore. Why? Is you are destroying it now. But as you're going to go back home today, change. Why? You change the way you live. Why? Because your action, they are prophets of your tomorrow. Change. Why do we lose? You know, by listening to the other person and to please the other person. I used to say one thing: a successful marriage is when the spouse is happy. Me, I'm successful in a marriage if my wife is happy. She's successful in a marriage if I'm happy. If she's happy, I'm not happy. She imagines she's successful, but she's failing because I'm not happy. If I'm happy, she's not happy, I'm failing. So ask your partner, are you happy? Don't lie. Say, I'm not happy. Say, what do I have to change? And work together, change it. Maybe, I'm not, oh my God, I need to listen. Maybe your partner is suffering, is sowing, but you are enjoying life. You're enjoying life. She's suffering. Or he's suffering. You're enjoying life. No, you need to sow together. Hallelujah. Let's be finished. Because we have people who are married 6 years here, so let me continue. So the last thing that I want to say is, how people decide to give their life to Christ is God take you to the eternity. He show you there is hell, there is heaven, and then He come back. He said to the people of Israel, I put before you life and death. Choose life. As we say, I present you hell and heaven. Choose Jesus. You see, you take the person to the end, to the eternity, you find out that it's in hell. You say, no, I can't. Glory to God, it was just a dream. You're still alive. You can change. Choosing Jesus. Us as a Christian, we take ourselves before the tribunal of Christ, the throne of Christ, where we receive rewards. According to what we have done on this earth. Say, I don't serve God. I'm not faithful. I don't invest in the kingdom. I come back, I change. Why? I want a reward. Hallelujah. Can we bow our heads? As I say, the past is past. Don't live in the past. You can change your future by changing now. Your life is not finished. You're still alive. You're still alive. It's not finished yet. You're still alive. You're still alive. It's not finished.
This is my desire.